slept. I cried. Guys, did I mention that I cried? I cried. The most recent heartbreak. The person I'm talking about is not an ex. I was like, it's too soon for me to like be going through everything that I'm going through. Everything just looked I could literally see the light at the end of the tunnel. At the end of the video, I'm going to show this guy's face. That time I felt like shitting on my pants.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
I wasn't really wearing any pants, so I can't really shit on my pants. But he's like, babe, how do you feel about a threesome? Like, he slapped the shit out of my face. He put the iron on my butt. He was so mad, he almost turned green. And he was like, you're not gonna call the police on me. Whew. I'm getting emotional just mentioning it. I feel like I'm reliving the moment.
Turns into pillow talk, turns into sweet dreams, turn into coffee in the morning.
Hello everybody, welcome to Charii Unfiltered. Okay, if you're new, please subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much for coming back. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the love and the loyalty. Okay, so most of you guys felt like I didn't really mention the part where my bum was ironed and was forced into a threesome. So the reason why I did that was because I told you in the beginning that I was gonna summarize everything, because I felt like had I mentioned everything that took place, it was gonna like take more than like an hour. So hence I'm coming back with another banger. It's not an exciting video, it's actually a sad video, but I've kind of like moved on from everything that happened to me. So yeah, and if you haven't watched part 1 of the video that I'm talking about, I suggest that you pause this video and go to the most recent video that I posted, so that you follow through everything that happened, so you don't get lost. So yeah, let's get right into the video. Okay, so in the previous video there were two I don't know if I should say characters, since this is not a movie, but I might as well just say it's 2 characters excluding myself. So there was Speed and then there was Mpho. So yeah, Speed was the guy that kind of like did everything, and then Mpho was, I don't know if I should say he was like the rescuer, because he literally rescued me from a situation. So yeah, I don't know where I should start, but yeah, I feel like it's only fair that I start where everything started. So we're driving to his house, and then when we get there, he told me that he didn't get a chance to wash the dishes. So that's like the first thing that I did, if I remember well. So as I was washing the dishes, he started asking me something that kind of like wasn't comfortable, didn't sit well with me, but I could see that he actually meant what he said. So as I was washing the dishes, he started saying, babe, how do you feel about a threesome? And I was like, why would you ask me such a question? And is it because you've done it before, or you considering doing it? And then he was like, no, I've never done it before, but I don't think it's actually a bad idea for one to do a threesome. So I was like, I've never thought about it, and just thinking about it now, I don't think I would like get myself in that kind of like situation where there's like 2 people. Like, I don't really even have to get into details, like you already know like what happens when people are having a threesome. So yeah, I'm like, I've never thought of it, but I don't think I would do it. And then he was like, no, you should actually think about it, like it's not a bad idea, you should do it. And I was like, okay. Like I started asking myself questions like, okay, first of all, for him to like start asking such questions, what motivated him into like actually asking me that question? And who is he having in mind? Like who does he have in mind? Like obviously it's me, it's him, but then who's the third person? So he's like, no. And he starts changing, his face starts changing when like I start asking questions like, is there someone that you want us to have a threesome with? And who is this person? Are you seeing someone? Are you planning on leaving me? Da 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 da, you know, like such questions. He's like, no, are you doubting me? Like, do you think I would like be involved with two people at the same time? Da 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 da. He's like, no, there's nobody in mind. Actually, let's just leave this conversation. I'm like, good riddance to bed, rubbish. Like, I didn't bring it up, so why not leave the conversation anyway? So yeah, as we talking, he starts, okay, we moved on from the conversation. We started, yeah, I finished washing the dishes and then I made food. I made food, and then I asked him what he would like because I bought like a takeaway. So yeah, I bought a takeaway because I felt like he had already spent so much on grocery. And yeah, I don't like being that chick who like fully depends on a guy to like do everything. I like contributing where I can. So yeah, so I kind of like bought takeaway on our way home. So yeah, I dished up for the both of us. We ate, and then we started fighting about something that we fought about last week, the previous week, because I did mention in the other video, in the previous video, that one of the reasons why we were fighting is because I was asking him why he likes asking me questions about the things that I've done, or interrogating me, if I may say. But then when I do the same thing, he starts being aggressive and feeling like I have no right to ask questions since we're not dating. Fine, sharp, we go to bed, sleep, we wake up, we converse. Whew. Okay, this is where everything started getting out of hand. So I'm getting emotional just mentioning it, because just talking about it, I feel like I'm reliving the moment. But yeah, I don't wanna so I'm really sorry. We started talking, and as we start talking, he tells me how ungrateful I am. I'm like, where's this even coming from? Like, what do you mean I'm ungrateful? I'm ungrateful how? Like, we just woke up now, for crying out loud. Where is this coming from? Are you okay? Like, are we okay? He gets aggressive. Then he's like, no, actually I have to meet up with my brother. My brother said that we should meet. So I'm like, you didn't mention that you had to meet up with your brother. Like, what about the plans we had for the weekend? He starts ironing, da 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 da. Everything that I'm mentioning right now, I feel like most of them I've like mentioned in the previous video. So I'm just gonna touch here and there. Sharp, fine. He starts ironing his clothes, like I said. And I'm like, you're so ungrateful. You asked me to come visit you. Next thing you're telling me about a meet up with your brother. How could you? And then I felt like he wasn't listening to me. So I took one of his pillows that he put on his bed, and then I threw one at him. And then he was like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? He's like, are you trying to fight me? Are you trying to like be one of the statistics of the girls that get beaten every day in South Africa? I'm like, oh, so are you capable of doing that? And then he's like, do you want to find out? Do I want to find out? I stood up, I got off the bed, and I was like, what do you want to do? You can do it now. Because I was mad, guys. Like, I was really mad. Imagine leaving my house on a Saturday, telling my parents that I was only going to come on Monday. Next thing, the following day, which is a Sunday, someone tells me that I have to leave. I started fighting him. I pushed him. he's like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? And as I saw him trying to like retaliate, I started running, and then he took the iron, guys. Like he took the iron. It was still hot. Like he unplugged it, and then he followed me, and then he was like, are you trying to fight me? Guys, I was naked that time. Like that time I was naked, but the way I was so scared, like it didn't bother me that I was naked. Like it didn't really matter. I tried to run outside, and then he just thinking about it makes me feel so emotional. As I tried running outside, he put the iron on my butt, and it was hot, guys. You can imagine how hot an iron that just got unplugged is. Like, it's so hot. And it's so sad that now I have like a lifetime scar on my butt. How am I gonna explain that scar to someone who's like potentially going to be my husband in the future? Like, what am I gonna say I got that scar from? I screamed, guys. After he put that iron on my butt, I screamed, guys. Like, not just a normal kind of scream. Like, I screamed my lungs out. And his neighbor came and knocked, and then he was like, is everything okay? And he said, don't say anything. If you scream, I'm going to kill you. I was like, I had no choice but to like keep quiet, because had I not kept quiet, I don't think I'd be here telling you guys what happened. When the neighbor asked if I was okay, I didn't respond. And then he asked again, girl, are you okay? And I was like trying to signal him that I'm not okay. And then he slapped me. Like, he slapped the shit out of my face. He was so mad, he almost turned green. And I was like, I'm okay, don't worry, I'm okay. And then the neighbor said, are you sure you're okay? And I said, I'm okay. The neighbor left, and that time I felt like shitting on my pants. Okay, I wasn't really wearing any pants, so I can't really shit on my pants. He left fine, and then he apologized. I started crying. I cried. And I was like, look what you've done. Look at my bum. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna call the police on you. And he was like, you're not gonna call the police on me. Don't really know who you're dealing with. And I was like, what do you mean? He said, just try to call the police. And I couldn't call the police. So that's when I tried to think of what to do just to get out of there. And then I went to reach for my toiletry bag. I realized that I had forgotten my toothbrush. And then I was like to him, I forgot my toothbrush. That's when he said, "Bye, have a little bit toothbrush. Slap." Yeah, so he went to buy me a toothbrush. That's when I called my friends and told them that I need to be with someone that actually cares for me. That's when I texted Mpo, the other guy that I mentioned in the previous video. I texted him actually, and I told him that he needs to come fetch me because it's a matter of life and death. So yeah, that's what happened. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna put his face. I'm gonna show you guys Pete's face. I'm gonna show you the guy's face. So when he came back, he came with a loaf of bread, and then he said I should make breakfast. And that's when I told him that I was full, that I didn't want food anymore. And he said, okay, if I'm not hungry, I should go grab my bag. And I told him that I still have to wear my shoes. So that's when I started wearing my shoes, and then I went to grab my bag. Wait, I think I went off script. Wait. Oh fuck, I went off script. I was supposed to go fetch my bag, put it in the car, and then wear my shoes. So yeah, I wanted to show you guys the guy's face. So yeah, hold on. But yeah, that's the end of the story. I hope everyone felt like this is my story. I hope the person who asked me to narrate this story is so proud of me, and yeah, I hope the audience felt like it's true. And actually it's a true story, but I'm just not the one who went through everything. Thank you so much for watching my video. See you on the next one. Love and light.
Drink sweet dreams, turning to coffee in the morning.